for us today. We needed that badly. The kids get a great effort at Wisconsin on Wednesday, and they had to follow that up again. And I thought that was as hard as we played on defense all year. We really challenged them to take away their 3-ball game. They didn't have any at halftime. Challenged our players to not let them have second chance points, which they had at their place. And let the offense take care of itself. It wasn't a great offensive night, but it gets a W. I'd rather have that than an 85-82 loss. So we're going to take that W, and we get a chance to get a little bit of a 4-day off before we play a really good Indiana team here Thursday.
I'll go on your left at that.
Coach, what were you able to do defensively to shut down Illinois' big men in terms of Maverick Morgan, Blackall?
I thought we were really much more aggressive than we were at their place in guarding the post, not letting the post man get it in his sweet spots, and just really more physical with him without fouling. So it was we had to have that. We gave a little bit more help. We didn't resort to any double teams, but when they went in there, they did get some shots, but we made them earn those.
Right in front with Chris.
You talk about grit all the time. Was that the effort that you were
I thought that was much better today. I thought, like you said, DJ didn't even score against Wisconsin. It's tough to get rebounds there, but so you got to get in there. If you're not in position to be in position, you're not going to get anything. So I love the way that he was involved, sometimes multiple times. So big for him, and for a kid, have a kid like that. And if you look at assist turnover ratio right now as a stretch 4, it's a really high number for him as far as so we can do more things through him and play him on both sides of the court, do a lot of things in the future.
And it seemed like Derek was a lot more aggressive today.
Yeah, and he took a knee to the back, and you could see him holding it a little bit, but he really seemed to be very, very aggressive, made a couple of big shots for us, and really did a much better job defensively. To just stay in front of you. They had 3 point guards running at him. He had to guard all 3 of them. They were all rested. And you see Derek didn't get much of that.
Back over here with Kevin.
Coach, Derek had 11 rebounds, DJ had 5 assists. Are those examples of what you were talking about yesterday with needing someone to step up and do more than was expected?
No, I mean, DJ, we don't know where the outliers are going to come from, but that's an idea. That's why we certainly didn't have that out of DJ the other day. And Derek, he's got to look to shoot the ball. He's got to get in there. He didn't have many of those rebound games before, but he could rebound better if the bigs make good contact and stay in their box out, and they did that. So, but who knows what's going to be next game? I think each game we need it, but gradually we'll get to this point, hopefully, before too long, that guys really feel real confident, and they know they got their swag enough to play at their highest level every day.
Right in the middle with Andrew.
Coach, 17 turnovers. I know some of them were unforced, but not all of them. I mean, was that just being in the right position?
That's where our DER was so good. I mean, they still shot 45%, but I think it was our rough math was 57 points on 72 possessions. So that's really good. But they turned it over, and some of them they threw it away. But we were just there. We were active. We were in gaps. We were swarming to the ball, flying around. That's the way we're going to have to do that.
I think more so maybe because you would just play them and you could point to things on tape. This is what they did.
They're difficult to pick out what they're doing because it's a lot of open ball screen. You got to fly around, and we didn't fly around in that. We had one strategy that didn't work very well. We changed it, didn't do it this time. But we just wanted people to be what we call quick man. Get to the ball, be there quick if you have to give help, but definitely be more physical on all post-ups. Make their catches higher and more difficult, and it seemed to work.
Over here on your left with Nick.
Coach, Zach said the plan for your perimeter defense was to get out on the 3-point shooters.
Yeah.
Was that the biggest difference between last week when they shot so well and this week?
Yeah, where they got us the last time was General Coleman hit a couple, but it was more the 17-foot area. And we wanted to take that away from them, and because they were exceptional. I hadn't seen Black shoot like that, but he obviously did it against us. And the same thing with their big guy, what's his name again? Morgan. He really shot the heck out of it at our place. We just couldn't give him room. And I think we had just come from a game last time where we played Iowa pretty tough, but we did not. We gave the 4s and the 5s some room, and this time we couldn't do that. So we really ran at people and tried to make quick decisions. some of that resulted in turnovers.
Right in the middle with John.
Wondering if the symbolism means anything. Zach said that they wanted to wear the blue jerseys, and not so much the jerseys themselves, just the awareness of what that meant to them.
Yeah, they did that on their own. They asked, you know, I'm not smart enough to realize what they were talking about. They said, we want to wear blue today, Coach. And I said, why is that? And they told me. I said, all right, go with it. So it is they said it's much to do about nothing, right? But our kids got the message that maybe sometimes when it comes from outside and not from your coaches, and it's coming from another player, maybe that message is even stronger when somebody else tells you that they question whatever that means, whatever they intended.
Right down in front, Brandon.
Hey, Coach. I guess one of the few bugs that you guys will be taking away from this is turnovers. You guys had 14. Is that more about how Illinois plays, or was there something that wasn't really clicking or was sloppy on offense?
Yeah, you know, we had some walks early that were unfortunate. I don't know if they were walks or they caused them or not. And then just getting our eyes up and seeing the floor. We had some there late that our guys can't put their head down and just dribble in and say, I hope something happens. And those are turnovers. And so that's very uncharacteristic of Zach to have, you know, no assists and those turnovers. But the Mo and guys like that we're given great freedom to got to know what winning plays are and how that when they do drive, they got to be strong with the ball, land on two, make good decisions.
In the middle, back with Mark.
John,
Yeah.
a few. First, with DJ, he said that someone told him that he needed to be more aggressive offensively. Is that a balance? You know, because he said last game he only focused on defense, that's why he didn't score. How do you kind of negotiate that with him?
Well, you know, there's two ends of the court, so you focus on defense, you're still going to get it. It's just that position for us, right, you can't have 5 guys that you're dialing up. It just can't happen. And so he's got to create some of his own, and we will dial him up. But he's just got to find opportunities. He's got just about every stretch 4 everywhere in the country, and he's not a stretch 4. He's a 4-man athletic 4 who can shoot it. He's got to find opportunity. He's got to get in there. And that was one of our zone things was he was not leaving the paint so he could rebound and stay in there instead of stretching. I've never seen a kid right now that can shoot threes that he'd rather play in the paint. He can really shoot, but he's got to understand if we're going to win, if he wants to play at another level, he's got to mix it up inside, and he's very receptive of that coaching. But the habit is to drift out, and getting in there, that's where he gets stuff.
And you're okay with Billy defacing your wall? Right?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I saw that. And if anything, I'm up for anything that's legal, that is motivational, that makes our kids just, you know, realize that there's another degree, the 212 degrees that you can play at. And you know, sometimes you got to be very simple with your approach. And Billy was certainly very simple with that one. And but we won't have a painter come in for till next year at least.